Monday, December 26th. That's when this is running. We're back. It's an early record. It's the award show, Flag on the Play award show, which is an exciting time. I'm not sure. What are your memories of last year's award show? Does anybody remember?
I remember that we were sitting in different seats. I was sitting over there. I remember.
Okay.
You're sitting over there.
Yeah.
Over there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Are you sure that was?
I was sitting right there.
Because how long ago did we change up the setup?
I don't know. Maybe
that might
it's
have been a
year.
summer move. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that is right. I think I changed it. Trust the brain. Trust the brain. I think you were right. So we were in different seats. That's the first thing we got.
The audience is gonna love that.
I listened to the whole thing today.
And how was it?
It's really good. It's going to be hard to beat, but I think we can do it.
I think we can do it too. I have pretty high expectations for this one. I'm looking forward to hitting it. Do you have any memories?
Not much, honestly. I'd have to listen back to it to get.
Do you remember who won Bozo of the Year?
That's the question. There was a lot of good. Yeah, I have it written down as well in case.
It was a basketball player, right?
It was a basketball player.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Was it Westbrook?
No. Oh no. Jalen Green. Jalen Green took it.
Ah, yes. That makes sense.
He's had a good year.
He has. He bounced back pretty good.
Yeah.
Although he is nominated for something this year.
Oh, good.
So last year's sort of I don't really remember what I was thinking going into last year's one, but I knew I wanted to put the clips in after the fact. But this year's a little more pragmatic, I think. I think we have more awards to hand out. There's a lot. And I've tried to put it to 6 people a nomination. I've tried to cap it at that. Okay. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly, but we'll see. And then we've got the clips at the end, which I finished today. I sent it into the chat. Adam's listened to it so far.
Hopefully no leaks.
Hopefully
no one leaks it out early.
No, what's the guy's name with 181 leaks?
Young Goonie.
Young Nudie.
Young Gunu.
No. People forget Gunu was the one who died and went to the club.
Yeah, I almost put him
in. Wow. Yeah.
Throwback. Yeah. Hopefully no young nudies. But what do you think of the compilation so that people can stick around till the end?
I thought it was really funny. I thought it was really good.
Better than last year.
As always.
Better than last year, a little longer.
Much longer.
I wanted to listen to it a few times, so it's good.
We just had our office Christmas party, if anyone was wondering.
Oh, let's go.
Our Flag on the Play office Christmas party.
Yeah. So. My parents came in with the gifts.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I thought you meant like the nurses did.
The nurses' office?
No, we just cut. We leave the unit for an hour. No one on there. And we just go have a party.
Yeah, we'll just blast it out. It'll be fine. Everybody has fun. Yeah. Drinking on the job, whatever. Doesn't matter. First award. Let's just get right into it. First award, Gesture of the Year. So for everybody out there that committed a big gesture this year, I wanted to put them in. So I don't know how you guys want to do this. Do you want to do it single elimination knockout type style between 2, or do you just want to hear them all and then vote at the end? What are you thinking?
I think we vote at the end.
Owen's a statue.
I think it's like doing Genius of the Week. Like, we should use the same format.
Didn't we do knockout though for the one? Remember, like the school draft or whatever when we where we just clear out
with like a big bracket.
Like.
Yeah, but this isn't really level. This is like nominees and we vote.
Because I think we need to hear them all and then compare.
All right, okay. So I'll rip through them then. Gesture of the Year. First nomination, Rich Bisaccia, handing out thank you notes to all the Raiders players after the season. Yeah. Remember the famous photograph? He was sitting down. So there's him. Number 2, Matt Stafford, walking away from the photographer after she fell off the 30-foot platform at the Rams parade.
I was going to nominate this as a Kelly Stafford helping the person.
Oh, yeah. So maybe that's a Kelly Stafford gesture of the year because she's the best. Yeah. And she actually broke the news this week. I don't know if you saw that Matt Stafford's not retiring. Yeah. Because we were all wondering.
Insider Kelly.
Yeah. If the former Super Bowl quarterback was going to retire. Goran Dragic says Luka Doncic is the best player on the Slovenian national team. Quote, I was Batman, but now it's time for me to be Robin. That's a nomination for Gesture of the Year. Adam is actually also nominated for Gesture of the Year. And I was going to nominate Alex. And I actually, a few weeks ago, I texted Adam and I said, can you remember what the best food Alex brought to the studio this year was? And Adam's exact text back was, quote, bro, don't forget about me. I bought us pizza once. Ice cream, TBH, I forget Alex. So Adam actually got the nomination over Alex for Gesture of the Year. 2 more. We've got LeBron James stopping his Cowboy fandom because they wouldn't let the players kneel. So morally, he couldn't rock with them anymore and went to the Browns.
Yes.
That was a big gesture. And then last nomination, Jordan Patrick, 92, taking to Instagram to post his Naheem Hines jersey after he got traded away from the Colts.
Let's go.
This was Adam's friend, if you remember. The full quote was, Always sucks when your favorite player gets traded. Thanks to all the great football at Nightmare. Go win a ring in Buffalo. So, to recap the gesture category, Rich Bisaccia, Matt and Kelly Stafford collab, Goran Dragic, Adam, Jordan Patrick 92, and LeBron James.
I'm going to go with LeBron. Just because, I mean, what a favor he did everybody. Just by 4 years late, but I think it matters that he made the choice. You know, 4 years late, but it matters that he made the choice. Very nice gesture. Probably don't have to talk about which team he decided to end up supporting. But he might figure it out in 4 years.
Morally, he couldn't rock with him.
Exactly. So,
yeah, I also think the best part of that is he was like, you know, he had to take a stand against the Cowboys and then the Browns.
Yeah.
That's like the part I really like, because, you know, he didn't just say like, I'm not going to, you know, associate with this team that I don't agree with that does like bad things. I'm going to go the other way and go find a team that like is the best of the best.
Yeah.
And just take it all the way to the other side.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate him doing his research.
Yeah.
He did, 4-year-long research process on the Cowboys background check.
Like an election.
Exactly. And he saw the Browns did an extensive research process on their part too before they handed out a $300 million contract. So I think he kind of coincided with that and respected it. So that's why he chose the Browns.
So you're voting for LeBron too?
I'm going to go with Adam.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice vote. Adam, what are you going to vote for? Again?
I'm going to vote for Pit Boss Rich.
Dang.
Because I think that was actually a good gesture. And I'm a fan of the guy. And I think he was good. And I think writing the letters to all the players is a very thoughtful thing to do.
Wow.
I think it is very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll give it to Rich Bisaccia too.
Nice.
He gets the win.
Definition of gesture. Yeah.
But Alex, what did you bring to the studio? Because I could not remember, but I know there was something that you brought this year.
Well, I brought
pizza.
Blizzard's pizza.
Whoa.
Blizzard's
in the
that's
summertime.
facts.
Yeah. Remember?
You brought like Famoso, right?
Yeah, Famoso.
I wasn't here.
No, you were. It was the NFC Championship game. Tony was here.
Well, I brought Phil and I just one time, just like candy, chips. That was a good time.
sick,
It was just Phil and I in here. So
you guys weren't invited.
You guys weren't invited to that.
Little boys club.
So, yeah, a few things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you guys are just associating when you come to my house too, as if I'm.
Oh, the
bringing
honey
food
cake.
out.
Yeah. Oh,
honestly, whatever your mom's name is, she should be.
Svetlana.
Let's go. Whatever your mom's
Svetlana.
name is.
Svetlana.
Yeah.
Should get a nom.
That was personable, Owen.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is, she should get the nom.
Well, I was asking for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she gets an honorable mention after the fact. I like that. Next category, Colin Cowherd tweet of the year. Now there was a lot to consider here. This is a heavy hitter,
I already know.
I did
I
some
know my
deep,
vote already.
I did some deep research and I cooked up and I found the 6 best tweets possible. So here we go. Quote, January 30th, 2022. Imagine in November trying to convince fans of the Super Bowl that it will be Bengals versus Niners. We are a half of football away from that. Hashtag no Packers, Bucks, Cowboys, Bills, Titans, Chiefs. Raw hashtag by Colin
Put
there.
the Titans in there.
Playing to the kids. Quote, I never glued myself to the floor, just to the other team's best player. Hashtag Mr. Defense. Not really sure what that one was.
I don't know what that
context
means.
to. Here's the overwhelming favorite is, quote, Dad, why are we watching a spring game? Hashtag USC. And the picture is just him and Liv Cowherd on the couch. Just, why are we watching a spring game? Yep. Good one, Colin. We have, quote, I still have the late night eating habits of a 14-year-old. Hashtag chips, chicken fingers, cookies, ice cream. There's that one. And then we have, to all my crypto people out there, I'm happy to announce that I'm now a part of @Moonbirds, and to celebrate, I'm giving away 50 whitelist spots. Sign up while you can. That was the time he got hacked and tweeted it approximately 30 times in like 10 minutes. So big nominees there in the Colin Cowherd tweet of the year section.
So can I just? I'm Moonbirds.
Moonbirds.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with the late night snack one where I'm eating like a 14-year-old because I feel like I can relate to that. That's definitely a tweet where he's like, I haven't tweeted in a long time. Like what's cool? Like,
Yeah.
What
are the kids into?
What are the kids into? I know what chicken fingers are and ice cream and like I'm crazy too. Like I'll eat past 9. So I like that one. I can't go with Moonbirds just by the fact that it wasn't actually tweeted by him.
Yeah, like he
Allegedly.
he could have been him.
Could have, probably not though.
I was hacked. Oh no.
Oh no.
Moonbirds. Birds moon.
I thought the overwhelming favorite and the one I'm gonna vote for is the imagine telling me in November that the Super Bowl would be Rams Bengals. Hashtag what was
No
it?
Packers, Bucks, Cowboys, Bills, Titans, Chiefs.
Yeah, that's
Trendy hashtag.
That hashtag really caught on, so I gotta give it to
It
that.
did catch on, and if you actually type in that hashtag to your Twitter,
yeah.
I actually responded with that hashtag, and I'm the only other tweet in there with
Nice.
the hashtag. I saw a little moment there, and I
Yeah.
seized the opportunity. I'm gonna have to go with the late night snack one for the tie break. I think that one was just a Colin Cowherd banger. No other way to go about it. Pretty quiet year from Colin, to be honest.
I like his.
For his usual standards, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
he'll tweet out like every couple months or couple weeks he'll just tweet out sports or like something
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, like after a crazy play, like,
Yeah.
who doesn't love sports?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, good one, Colin. 10 retweets.
Or he'll tweet like a picture of him with his shoes on in his house, just like watching like TV, watching
He's become
like
kind of an Instagram
college.
guy mostly,
Yes,
though.
yeah.
Because he'll share some Instagram videos time to time. Like the
Yeah.
time he made the drink watching
Yeah.
the Warriors in the finals.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh
this
my
one's
God.
for Steph Curry
Yeah.
and Klay Thompson. And then he starts pouring like the wine in the cup.
Yes.
Like raw Colin. Give it to him. Celebration of the year. Big section here. We got Brittany Mahomes pouring the champagne on the random people in the freezing cold after they
God.
won the AFC divisional game. We have Coach K grabbing Armando Bacot's boobs after he got eliminated by him in the NCAA. We got Al Horford falling to his knees and bursting into tears after winning the Eastern Conference Finals. That was a good one. We've got the Mike Gesicki 40-yard dash gritty. That's
Wow.
that one's in there for sure. Russell Westbrook hitting the rock the baby in the preseason against the Sack. That one's in there. And then Arthur Smith drinking beers with the O-line after getting to 2 and 3. That's also in there.
I'm surprised. There's two I'm surprised it didn't make it in. One is the
Write 'em
Wolves. The Wolves.
Oh, that should be in
the
there
Pat
too.
Bev?
Yeah. Right in.
And then Emmy Martinez.
Oh, that should have been in there too.
Late submission, maybe.
Good. We can nominate them all.
Yeah.
Get them in there. I think I personally have to go with Al Horford falling to his knees and
Really?
crying after the Eastern Conference Championship. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one.
I'm gonna give a commanding vote to Mike Gesicki. for the gritty.
Man, this is a tough selection.
I think being the last person to gritty and it be like good is a
the
commendable
last
achievement.
person to gritty.
And it'd be like, because now
'Cause-
ever since Gesicki grittied, the gritty isn't cool anymore. Like he ended.
He murdered it.
He's the
He
gritty.
did murder
He's
it.
the
He's
gritty
murderer.
ender. Yeah,
Just
he's the
as-
gritty reaper.
Yeah.
Grid
That
Reaper.
was good.
That
Yeah.
was it.
That's
that's
a Colin Cowherd
That's
tweet.
got to get on a T-shirt. The Grid Reaper.
I want to toss my vote for when Coach K grabbed Armando Bacot.
Just one last one, eh?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
It
he
was
just
so
walked up to him. It was best because he's so small. He had to reach up. He's like, boom. Yeah. Great
And
game.
he cradled it a little. Just had like an intimate moment. I think I might have to go with like one of the late submissions. I think I have to go with the T-Wolves celebrating the playing game. Winning that shit, and Pat Bev jumping on the scores table, taking the shirt off and waving it around, saying,
Crying. Yeah.
being like, I run this, like this because
The
of me.
7 seed runs through me.
I just have to. What a celebration. And then that just reminded me, this isn't really a celebration, but when the T-Wolves got eliminated by the Grizz, and then Karl Anthony Towns was like walking out, like lifting his hand up and clapping to the fans, like, I'll be back, like, I'm sorry I couldn't get us farther. Then the first round, everyone's like, dude, no one expected you to do none of that shit. Like it was so, the T-Wolves are such a meme team, honestly.
They really are. The meme gods. That was all-time stuff when he was doing like the Tim Duncan to the Spurs crowd.
Yes, it's like he
"All right."
retired. Like it was like Tim Duncan retiring,
Yeah.
or Pop. It was crazy.
Oh, so then we got 4 to pick from. Then we got Goat Sicky because we all voted for 1.
Yeah,
So Goat Sicky, Coach K, T Wolves, and then what did I have? I can't remember. Oh, Al Horford.
Does anyone want to change their vote?
I don't know.
I'm pretty.
Is it a 4-way tie?
We might have to 4-way tie this one.
kind of like my vote.
Me too.
You know what? Maybe we should do that.
All right, 4-way tie. No
right.
controversy
Yeah.
at the award show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
let us know what the winner is.
Vote in.
Yeah.
Let us know what the celebration of the year really was. Maybe in retrospect, the Al Horford one wasn't the winner, but hey, I stuck by it, and that's fine. It's okay.
It was a great moment.
It was a great moment. It was
Deserved a
touching.
nod.
It was also followed up by, if you remember, Brown and Tatum doing they said we couldn't play together after they won the
And the Kobe stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So great.
That was a tough scene. Hot take of the year. Now, last year this was won by the YouTube commenter who had the Philip Rivers paragraph about how he was better than Peyton Manning and Brady, or on their same level.
That was incredible.
In the bottom of the Russell Westbrook to the Lakers video. I mean, it's a hard act to follow, but this year we have a lot of nominations, so maybe we could roll through them. We got Micah Richards with, quote, what?
I said I feel like I'm going to be on here, but go on.
No,
Oh, good.
You're safe. You're not in
Let's
here.
go.
We're starting off with Micah Richards, Soccer Talk, who said, quote, tonight, Kareem Benzema convinced me that he's up there with Harry Kane. That was that's our first one. Second one, we got Charles Oakley, quote, Giannis would come off the bench in the 80s or 90s. This one you might have to do single elimination because it is hard. We got a close source, or a source close to the Nets, with, quote, Ben Simmons' confidence is sky high as he hopes to return to the Nets in the playoffs. He's walking around like he's Jordan. There's that one.
Oh my god.
There's Colin Cowherd, again, making a second appearance with, quote, if you told me there's 5 young guys 25 or under, I could bet on, I would go Giannis, Luka, Embiid, Jokic, and Tatum. The problem there, 4 of them are over 25, so that was a bit of a mistake. Hair in the soup. We have a Lakers fan on Twitter who Alex generously brought to me in May, who said, quote, it was a fake trade. Lakers receive Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby 2023 first-round pick. Raptors receive Russell Westbrook, Stanley Johnson, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Kendrick Nunn. That was a banger trade.
That was raw.
Yeah, that was a good cook-up. We have Kendrick Perkins with Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook. Could be the most dangerous defensive backcourt in the NBA. That was a good one. Renowned for his defense, Russell Westbrook. We have David Castro on Twitter with, quote, most fans and reporters fail to understand how quickly Baker was thrown into the Panthers. Time will tell, and despite the loss, I thought Baker made a jump this week. The problem was Baker threw 20 of 44 and lost 37 to 15 at home after that one, so he made a jump. We have Draymond Green with the young player that reminds me the most of myself is Ja Morant. And lastly, we have Mason Dodd on Twitter with, quote, I'm not old enough to remember Barry Sanders in Detroit, but I'm pretty sure Christian McCaffrey in Carolina is the same thing. So some pretty good nominations this year.
I think I'm going with Draymond comparing himself to Ja Morant. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
I have to vote for I feel like this is a thing every year, but I got to vote for, who was it that said Giannis would come off the bench?
Oh, Charles Oakley. Yeah.
Giannis coming off the bench in the 80s
That
or
is
90s.
I mean, there's a lot of good ones this year. It's hard. The source close to the Nets, I don't think he can.
That was so good.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go with the source close to the Nets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Phil?
I don't like being the swing vote. I got to get out of the last position. I do like Micah Richards quite a bit.
That one was good.
I got to go with Giannis coming off the
Wow,
bench.
basketball is good for hot takes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's the king.
dominates, yeah.
It always has been. What was the one? I think Gilbert Arenas last year had the Zion Williamson would be the next GOAT if he moved to the shooting guard position. That was basketball is good for the hot takes. There's no doubt about that.
Was Shane Allen Gilchrist this year or last year?
Last year.
Dude,
It got Bart Scott
it did,
a
yeah.
nominee
That was awesome.
for Bozo of the
I
Year
forgot about
for his one act.
Yep.
Shane Allen Gilchrist. Unbelievable video, which actually got scrubbed from the internet.
No.
I have the last copy.
Oh.
I downloaded
That's
it.
It was
worth gold.
I was trying to show a friend that, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I spent like 20 minutes looking, and so I text Phil. I'm like, "Where'd you get that video?" And he's like, "I got it saved," and sent it in a file.
Wow.
I'm the guy with the last copy. I should just tweet it out. I think ESPN tried to take it down, but I got my copy. Motto of the year. Big section here. Big, it was a year of mottos, and Broncos Country Let's Ride is not nominated. It didn't deserve
What?
to be it.
Really?
Yeah, no. not good enough. Jalen Green, motto, I'm a bucket. He announced that after his team improved to 12 and 52 when he plays. So he did say I'm a bucket. And did he make that a caption, I think, right?
I think he probably did.
Yeah.
I'll probably add a couple of things.
That sounds about right. Maybe some shirts. We have, quote, I wanted to be close to home, but not too close to home. That's Johnny Gaudreau chipping in the motto of the year section.
Man.
Yeah.
No comment. The fans know my comments, so.
Raw. They do know. They can go back and dig it up, or they can wait for the clips at the end. Leonard Fournette, see you on September 11th. That was always a good one. We have Aaron Rodgers with my knee. That was a few years back. If it came to prominence this year. Yeah. You're a fan of that one.
I really like that one. Because it was funny because the reporter was expecting him to expand on it. And he's like, my knee.
What hurt?
It. My knee. What a great one.
Classic. We have Dreamville with, quote, breaking. J. Cole announces that when the right releases to the real time, It's a Boy drops back and has dropped in 2023 according to Ice Spice. That was a good motto. We tried to decode that one on the show for a while.
Yeah.
Tough nut to crack.
We went Zodiac mode. Tried to crack the Zodiac. Yeah. It didn't work.
Really tried to break that one down, just couldn't break it. Tough go. And then lastly, we have Adam Levine with I May Need to See the Booty. That was a good one too.
Oh boy.
So to recap, Jalen Green, Johnny Gaudreau, Fournette, Aaron Rodgers, Dreamville, Adam Levine. Big section.
Motto of the year.
I wanted to be close to home, but not too close to home.
I'm throwing my hat in the ring for that one too.
I'm also voting.
All right, let's do unanimous. I'm completely fine with that. Absolutely wins motto of the year. That one's almost as close as the Dreamville because I'm also trying to decode that. What does that mean? So it's up there with the Dreamville.
I mean,
you don't want to read the Dreamville one out one more time?
Yeah, breaking. J. Cole announces that when the right releases to the real time, It's a Boy drops back and has dropped in 2023 according to Ice Spice.
That one's a banger too.
It is. The best part is the breaking and then the according to Ice Spice.
Yes. Yeah. And then when It's a Boy drops back, it's like, what is It's a Boy?
Jumping back to past.
Good times.
Wonder, right?
Yeah. Excuse of the year. This is a good one. There was a lot to pick from here. So, and there's actually a couple people from the show nominated.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I bet.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a couple good ones, and we'll start with what you're all thinking of, Owen. And he's nominated. He's nominated a couple times, but I wrote down some of the greatest hits. This was all in one conversation. Quote, yeah. Wow, I'm not home. Adam said boot up on mobile, and Owen said, quote, it's a little loud where I'm at. So there was that one when he just airballed the pod. 45 minutes later,
my bad.
It's a little loud. That was a good one. And then we also had, quote, the timer on the phone doesn't work the same as the alarm. That was when he went out for the nap and then had a bit of a tough go. I'm also nominated in this section.
Wow.
My nominee is, quote, I'm at Katie's house. I can't afford to hop on TikTok and make a video about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That was a good excuse. I think that covered my bases pretty good. We have Brian Hoyer with just concussion.
Yes.
When he just had the concussion and it just knocked him out. Couldn't take the field. Bradley Beal, he is a huge excuse guy.
Yes.
And he had, quote, I signed my $250 million contract because I feel like if I win a championship in D.C., with everything that I've been through, all the ups and downs, it would make a win that much sweeter.
Yes.
That was a good one.
Good excuse.
Real good excuse. And his kind of brother in action, Damian Lillard, he also has some good excuses over the years. Quote, potentially passing up Clyde Drexler on the all-time scoring list is part of why I haven't left Portland. I would hate to come this close and miss out on that opportunity. That was another banger from Dame. Fernando Tatis Jr., the positive PT test came from something I spray in my hair to treat a fungus I got from a haircut. That was a good one. Real solid excuse. And then we have Thomas Tuchel, another soccer one with, quote, it is a very difficult pitch we have here. It's not to our favor. The ball bounces very awkwardly in front of our players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The classic, our home field, it doesn't
Sucks.
work for us.
Yeah.
It's better for the away team. Yeah. I'm going to vote for Owen's double nominated, so I just have to give him my vote. Because I don't know if it's just my phone, but the timer doesn't seem to work the same way the alarm does. Or just an all-time?
To be like,
yeah, no, keep going.
To be fair, I mean, I set
Keep
the
adding
timer
on to the excuse
for like 20 minutes, and then the 20 because when you set a regular like alarm for a certain time, the alarm obviously goes off, but then the timer, I like have my phone on silent.
So why do you think
silent.
there's a timer and there's an alarm if they do the same thing?
See, like I was pretty tired at the time. I didn't really plan that out.
Just started the timer.
I just got her going. Yeah.
Yeah. So your vote's for Owen. I'll vote for Dame. I like the Clyde Drexler scoring leader.
I'll vote for Dame too. That's because he passed up Clyde the other day.
Yes, he did. He finally did it.
Finally did it. So shout out to Dame for actually achieving that dream, which is probably cap.
Yeah. It's an all-time dream though.
Man, that's
I like Tatis.
Wow. Yeah. There we go. Win for Dame in the excuse of the year category. What a show it's been so far. Yeah. It's really, and we're just getting through it. Hardo quote of the year. Yes. This is a very coveted section, and another man has 2 nominations here, Baker Mayfield, in the Hardo quote of the year section, starting off with, I'd love to show up at someone's cubicle and just boo the shit out of them. That was a good one. That was a good Hardo quote. He's nominated again for when they asked him, how he's doing mentally with his job in question, and he said, quote, "Did you just question my job?" So that one's a good one. Always trying to press. So good for Baker. We have Marcus Smart with, "I could have cracked Embiid's head open, but I didn't." That was a good one. We have Dabo Sweeney. This one actually happened today, but it was good enough to crack the list. Quote, "We built this program on NIL. We really did. We built it in God's name, image, and likeness." That was that was a banger from Dabo. Karl Anthony Towns. He's had quite a year, and he gets his first nomination here. After losing in the playoffs and being eliminated, he said, "I'm just going to go home, drink some wine, and move on to the next day. It's really that simple. I just decompress, man." That was a good one. Just move on. Drink a glass of wine and decompress. And then Garrett Cole, he deserved one for something or other. And he had... when Josh Naylor hit the Rock the Baby after the home run, he said, yeah, whatever. It's cute. I was just made aware of it. Like, I didn't see it in the moment. It wouldn't have bothered me in the moment. It's just kind of funny. So there was that one. So we got Garrett Cole, Dabo Sweeney, Marcus Smart, Baker ×2, and Karl Towns.
Can I nominate Zadarius Smith when he signed with the Vikings?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, too.
I think he said, "I signed here so that I could play the Packers twice a year." That was good.
Come on.
That was a good one, too. Hard press section there.
I'll vote for the last one.
Garrett Cole?
Yeah, I'll vote.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with Garrett Cole. Guy just doesn't know how to have fun. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, the Garrett Cole sweep on the
God.
last one. I'd like to give some credit to my reading on that one. I think I did
That definitely helped. Yeah.
I tried to spell it out in a way that I could remember to read it like that, which was key, I think, to the reading. Idea invention of the year. This is a big one.
Okay, interesting.
Lots of good
We're
ideas.
going to need an explanation.
Oh, well, just ideas and inventions, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mention Invention, the
it's
one
like
that I
idea/invention.
trialed for like a podcast and we never went
No,
back.
it was fire.
It
We
was
went to
It
a
was
couple
fire
times.
though.
No,
We
it
did
was
it maybe
good.
like 2-3 times.
It was really, really good. Mention Invention was fire, dude.
Yeah.
I would be down to bring it back this summer.
Me too.
First one, big hats. Huge
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Yes.
Huge year for
Which-
the big hats.
still working on buying one.
Okay.
But
That's
like
a tough
we'll get one. We'll get one.
We'll work on it.
Yes.
We'll load it up. Monday Night Gratitude. That was,
Oh,
that was a
banger.
good idea this year. Really never came to fruition. I wanted to do it on this show, but if I posted on my story, like my personal one,
No one's going to get it.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "This kid's a weirdo."
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just never did it. But I wish I did. I wish I actually got on that wave. We had the Saudi Arabian line. That was a really good idea.
Yeah.
The Line City. We got like 3 shows worth out of that. That was good. Thank you to Saudi Arabia for hooking it up on that one. We have Real Batiste with the Stereo Love entrance. That
Wow.
Alex was a big fan.
I love that.
That was sick.
I just kept like I'd go back every day and just watch that on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Just jam out. Banger.
That was a good one. The Smile Movies viral marketing. Adam was big on that one. That was a
was
really
good.
strong idea. Did you actually see that movie?
Nope.
No.
So,
No, it didn't
but
work.
it got us
then.
talking about it.
Yeah, but we started, so that's all that
Yeah.
matters. And then NBA 2K for including a storyline in my career where you get to go to the studio with J. Cole. That was a really good idea by them, so had to give that a shout out. So Big Hats, Monday Night Gratitude, The Line, Real Batiste, The Smile Movie, and NBA 2K. Lots of good stuff this year.
I think it's got to be big hats. I know I know it might be recency bias, but big hats are just like
They're
Might
sick.
not sound like the greatest invention, like big hats or Saudi Arabia line, but the Saudis never did the invention.
No,
Right?
they
It was
didn't.
kind of cap.
allegedly working on it,
Allegedly not.
right?
Yeah.
I think.
I think they're not.
I
doing
think
it.
it's allegedly all cap.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I got to shout out the big
But a
hat
big
fact
hat, you
sheet.
see people wear it like
It's there.
It's a big hat, but you can still see, right? It's not
Exactly.
what you expect from it. It's just
Exactly.
perfect. It's great.
I don't know if this was this year or if it even counts as an invention. But when Alex said "As It Was" should be like a soccer song,
That was this year, and that
Oh.
leads the clips. That's the first thing
Oh,
you'll hear.
good.
Yeah, that's
There you
the
go.
very first clip.
because that was that. I mean, if you consider it an invention, that's cream of the crop.
I mean,
Wow, that was a
He
pretty
said
good
Norwich
invention.
fans, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I think I handed that one to specifically to Norwich fans.
you did. That was a
Yes.
very good gift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I like Monday Night Gratitude.
I do too.
Yeah.
So we'll split it. Monday Night Gratitude
right.
and big hats. Take it home.
Let's
One for
go.
the socials and one for
That's fine.
practicality.
Yeah,
Big hats. That's the key.
I love it.
I do love it as well. Worst look of the year. This is more like it could be physical appearance, but it also could be just like something you did that didn't look very good. So there's that. Jimmy Butler's hair extensions leads the pile here. That was a pretty tough look. When
Yeah,
he was,
we're gonna keep seeing that.
yeah.
Shout out to him.
Does he still have them?
Well,
Did he put
no,
them
but
back in?
I'm forced to watch that every time I watch a
Oh,
national,
yeah.
like
It
a
is-
TNT
it's his,
game, NBA, because that's his picture.
It's his
Oh.
media
And
day
it's always
picture.
there. It's his
Right.
media day picture. So we're gonna be seeing that till like April.
It was a bad look.
It was a really bad look.
I mean, like Alex said at the time, I wish he did it between like game 4 and 5 of the East Finals. It was like one day.
And I
just
think
had-
they would have won the next game for sure. 'Cause everyone would be
Absolutely.
like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, it would be like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He covers up his name on the back. Can't see the number. Aaron Rodgers arriving for training camp with the long hair and the white tank top. That is definitely going to have to crack
Yeah.
this list.
Yeah,
All-time
that looks
creep.
smelt bad.
Yeah. Jason Tatum, the 2 weeks he dressed up as Kobe Bryant. That was.
Oh,
that
my
was-
god.
That's so
Oh
bad.
my god.
I think might have to give an early vote there.
We had Colin Cowherd trying to finish the lyric with the Kid Cudi songs with Joe Burrow, and he said, "Hey, Mr. Rager," instead of Mr. Rager. That was a bad look. We also have Kyler Murray with the headset on, calling plays in the preseason. That was a pretty ugly look. And then Edwin Diaz running out to the trumpets, down 4-0 in the 9th inning of an elimination playoff game. So,
Ooh, lots of good
Trumpets.
ones.
I gotta go with the trumpets.
I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum and the Kobe stuff. That was so bad, and he just like milked the crap out of that thing. I thought it was awful. That was a bad
It
look.
was awful.
Yeah, I'm voting the Kobe wristband, Kobe text, Kobe, all the Kobe stuff was just too much.
I think we got to give it to Jason Tatum. That was
Yeah,
2 weeks from hell.
didn't he? Yeah, because he texted like Kobe, but don't
Yeah.
they like take the number
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, well, it was
After-
green. Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah, but
The
like the number
numbers-
doesn't exist anymore, right? After a certain time, I don't think the numbers. Don't they?
But you can still text it. It just won't go
just
to
won't
anyone.
go
Well,
through.
Oh yeah,
But
It's still a
we
bit-
said this at the time. If he wants to do that in his personal life, sure. But it was just that he posted.
I know,
on
and he
Instagram.
wanted the clout,
Yeah.
which was horrible. Yeah, so
It was a pretty bad look of the year. Now, this is a special section. When I sent Adam the pre-save of this document for the award show, he actually highlighted this one and said, "I can't wait." So this is a big one. It's the LeBron James Cap of the Year.
Wow.
So there's a lot of nominees in this one. We'll just knock them out one at a time. We have, quote, "I saw Scotty Barnes for the first time in 7th grade, and I knew he was going to be special. It may have been
It's
a
over,
surprise
it's
to some
over.
of you, but it's no surprise to me." So that leads off the LeBron James Cap section. I mean, what's he going to say now that Scotty Barnes is kind of floundering? That's what I'm asking.
thing is though, grade 7 Scotty Barnes was probably when LeBron was in Miami, and Scotty Barnes is a Florida kid. So
there's a
No, this
little-
is. I was thinking, is the RJ Barrett?
That
Is
was
in there?
last year. I know. Tough.
Okay.
Okay, but let's hear the next ones.
Yeah,
All right. Via Twitter, this one was, quote, "hopping on some podcasts very soon, maybe even my own." That was June 3rd. He's never been on a podcast since. He didn't start his own.
He couldn't get the personnel to like cook up a pod. All he had to do was show up. He's like, "Fuck, where do I find mics? Like, how do I upload to
what's a
GarageBand?
mixer?
Like, what?"
He's like, "How do I do this?"
Yeah.
Draymond, what do I do? Yeah, just, that's how he figured it out. This one was a conversation on the shop. Marcus Rashford said, "I had one coach and he used to put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable." LeBron answered with, Oh, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying. So that was a good one. We have this one, quote, I was on the phone with Draymond the other day and I was telling him, bruh, going from 3 rings to 4 is insane. And he was like, yo, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And last one, the huge favorite, like minus 800 favorite, quote, I was listening to the Migos in my first year with the Heat back in 2010. You can ask any of one of my teammates. They had no idea who the Migos was. I was like, I'm telling you, these guys are next. That was 1 year before they released an album, for the context on that one.
So good.
So we
And
have...
he even has some that got cut.
He does have
Like
some. What were you thinking?
the James Henderson one where it's like, did you see James Henderson score? Jordan Henderson score? He's like, oh yeah, I thought it was really unique for him to do that and also play for Liverpool Football Club.
That was a banger.
So
that was another good one. So it's Scotty Barnes, podcasts, Marcus Rashford, the 3 rings to 4, and the Migos. Really, really tough competition in this one.
Oh,
The podcast is so good.
I think I have to go with the podcast one, just because nobody talked about it, but it was just like a complete and utter cap. That's just textbook definition of somebody lying. Hopping on some podcast soon, probably my own, and then just no, never for the rest of the year.
I think I have to go from 3 to 4 rings. Is such a freaking lie. Why are him and Draymond acting like they're trying to MDMA for the first time? It's like whoa, like this is crazy.
the 4th ring, man.
4th ring, wow. So I think that is just the biggest cap. Because what would happen if he went from 4 to 5? Like what a lie.
Yeah,
He's
what
so
an-
elevate his consciousness to
yeah.
a new level.
I was talking to Mike on the phone the other day.
He'd enter like a different dimension. It'd be like Inception. He just keeps climbing
His
the
third
different.
eye would just open
Yes,
all the way up.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the podcast.
Raw.
I'll vote for the what was the first one you said?
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, he's next.
Yep, he is next. Saw him for the
So
first
no
time in
Migos.
7th grade. Yeah, no Migos votes even.
even.
I mean,
That one's too
Big upset.
too mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody covered that.
That
one.
was the fan favorite.
Too obvious
Yeah.
of a cap.
We would have been
Exactly.
doing too
You
much
gotta
fan
like your
service.
cap has to be like it has to be a good cap.
Has to be under
Yeah.
the radar a little
Yeah.
bit.
Little sneaky cat.
Yeah. Just fly in.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Now we have regular cap of the year. Not an award last year, so we have no previous winner. But this is a prestigious one that I think will be around.
Can we title this the LeBron Cap of the Year award?
Yeah, the LeBron James Cap of the Year. It's like how the NBA renamed
Yes.
their awards.
Yeah.
The Michael Jordan MVP, the LeBron James Cap of the Year.
Yeah.
We can go with that. First nomination, Joe Judge. Quote, there's still players here who left the team last year and text me and say they wish they were still here. And there's players who are here who are going to be free agents who are begging me to take less money to stay. He was fired 8 days after he said that. So there's that one. That's a good one to start. We have Kevin Durant with, quote, I was shocked that Steve Nash was fired. That was a really interesting
boy.
cap. That was a good one. We have DK Metcalf, quote, I eat 1 meal a day, drink 1 coffee, and eat like 3 or 4 bags of candy. That was a good cap. Can't overstate that one. Sean McVay. Aaron Donald sent a letter to the Rams informing them that he was retiring, but I never sent it to the NFL. That was a really strong cap by Sean McVay. James Harden asked how much weight he lost in the offseason. Quote, 100 pounds. Tweet that. That was an interesting cap. And then another minus 800 favorite. I'm not even going to say his
I already
name.
know what it is.
I ain't gonna say how I know I could do this. Car broke down.
Okay, it's over.
I'm gonna say
It's
this.
over.
Please don't believe me. Lady car was broke down, and I told her, listen, I could start your battery for you. And she said, we need jumper cables. And I said, no, you don't. I put my hands on the battery. I said, I got this little thing I do. I told her, give me the keys. I jumped in there and cracked the car. She said, you, my angel. I said, say, speak nothing of this.
KG, it's over. KG.
Yeah, it's a Vince Carter dunk contest. It's over. That's Kevin Gates winning the Cap of the Year award. I mean, there were other competitors. Like the Joe Judge cap was so outlandish, but this is the greatest cap of cap.
Yes.
It's
I
the
think
number
King of
one.
started it.
He is the king of cap.
This
Remember?
did start cap or not?
He's the same guy.
It did. So
Yeah, it's the same guy who said he spent 1.2 million on Balenciaga in 3 weeks. The same,
Yeah.
the same guy who authored that one wrote this one up. So that's the cap of the year.
And
So
he
for
also, he's
him.
the one that said, like his favorite movie is Batman, and there's the quote where it's like, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah.
good one,
Yeah.
good one.
wow.
Now we're gonna throw the show over to Adam, who
Let's go.
I tasked with some stuff, and he's gonna do some awards here too. give him a second to get ready. I'll recap who have won so far. Gesture of the Year, Rich Bisaccia. Colin Cowherd, Tweet of the Year. I still have late night eating habits of a 14-year-old. # chips, chicken fingers, cookies, ice cream. Celebration of the Year. It was a 4-way tie. So can't really award somebody there. Hot Take of the Year. We had Giannis would come off the bench in the 80s or 90s. Motto of the Year. We had I want to be close to home but not too close to home. Hardo Quote of the Year. Garrett Cole. Big Hats Invention of the Year. Worst Look of the Year, Jason Tatum. LeBron James Cap of the Year, hopping on some podcasts. Cap of the Year, Kevin Gates. So that's where we are to date. Adam, you check in.
Yeah, so Phil tasked me with coming up with the Person of the Year nominations for each individual on the show. I did it mostly on my own. I asked Owen for some advice when it came to Phil. And Owen gave me the great... I'm like, Owen, like, do you know any, like, maybe someone obscure that I might, like, you know, someone to nominate? Yeah, someone to nominate for Phil, because, you know, like, I have the obvious ones, but I need something. Owen's, I think McDavid. So, shout out Owen for helping me.
To be fair, I was, crunched for time.
Oh, okay.
It was, like, a few hours ago.
So I'll start with Phil. So I have a couple. I have 4 for each person, or 5.
That's a good number.
If you have more, feel free to nominate them. And if you want to elect your own, be my guest. So for Phil, first I have McDavid / Draisaitl / any of the Oilers players or coaching staff.
It's a pretty good favorite right now.
Yeah, that's a good favorite. I got Mike Tomlin in there.
Okay, thank you.
Great man. LeBron, we all know Phil loves LeBron.
That's true.
This would be his back-to-back championship for Phil's Person of the Year. He won last year.
Thank you for specifying.
And I got Brad Pitt.
I am a Brad Pitt guy.
Because people do know that Phil's a Brad Pitt guy. So
Process of Elimination didn't go to the Brad Pitt movie this year. So I don't think I can give it to him.
Okay.
LeBron won last year because of Space Jam. Don't think I can go with him this year. Tomlin, he's 6-8. Process of Elimination, I did kind of follow Connor McDavid around like a stalker for a while in May, so I just got to ride out with the Oilers.
All right.
So I'm going to take that one. It was obvious, but I'm
But that's with the asterisk that you are a Brad Pitt guy.
People
do know that about you.
People know, but you eliminated him first.
Yeah.
But people do know.
No, I just go,
It's because you didn't see the people are going to be wondering, it's because you didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
You are still just...
I mean, I know what it's called. It's called Bullet Train.
And
I
you're
just
still
didn't
a Brad
see
Pitt guy.
I am.
That hasn't changed.
People know that about
But you're going to
me.
go see Babylon.
Yeah, I will go see Babylon. Do you actually want to go see that?
Yes.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. So McDavid wins for Phil. We're going to go to Owen. Owen was like kind of difficult, to be honest.
He doesn't like Zach Wilson much this year.
I know, but I still threw Zach Wilson in the nominations just because of what he means to Owen.
To Owen's community.
Yeah. And I threw in another nomination for Owen is Bradley Zimmer, because apparently you bought his jersey on DHgate.
Yeah,
Okay.
I threw that one. You're right.
Phil gave me that one. Okay. I got Matt Ryan in there just because.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Owen likes to watch Matt Ryan despite his performances. I think because of his performances.
Of course, yeah.
So Matt Ryan jersey purchase, another DHgate jersey from this year. And just because Owen likes the ironic Genius of the Week or Bozo of the Week nominations, I threw in Joe Burrow. Just in case you want to...
Oh, just go for some irony.
Because he kind of is your Person of the Year. You talk about him probably more than anyone else. He's pretty polarizing.
I'm gonna go with.
Or you can bring your own to the table.
I'm gonna go with. No, those are good. I'm gonna go with Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
I think Matt Ryan
Good
gave me
pick.
the most joy. At least maybe that's recency bias because Bradley Zimmer, I haven't seen him play in a couple months, but
and he's joined the Dodgers now.
And he's now on the Dodgers, hopefully starting center fielder.
Opening day.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan got benched twice during the season.
Yeah, that's
lost the job
was tough
twice.
to take. Really tough to take. But it's prime. Frank Reich, Matt Ryan was just. It was you can't take.
But
your eyes off
Jeff
him.
Saturday, Matt Ryan's looking to be pretty good too.
He wasn't as funny.
Yeah, not as fun. Not as many like tree trunks. Like
yeah, Jenga towers.
Yeah, Jenga towers. I don't know.
Literally like C4 exploding when he gets sacked.
Yeah, like when I would see him roll out of the pocket, I would get so excited because you knew he was getting caught from behind.
I was grabbing the table in front of me if he was rolling out the pocket. So that's a good winner. I like that one.
Thank you.
What'd you have for Alex, Adam?
Alex was
This is an easy one.
You said Phil was a little hard. Owen was a little hard. I'm surprised I'm so easy.
I think you're pretty easy.
Okay, good.
I mean, first I have Pit Boss Rich up there. Just
That's
he
a good one.
Yeah, at the end of last year, he did a lot for you.
And he's aging very well.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're a big fan of his work. You did come into the studio today and say Ronaldo's your guy. He's just been your guy, and you said I think 3 times he was your guy.
He is my guy.
So I had to throw,
love
despite
Ronaldo.
the fall off in the past few months.
Yes.
Had to throw Ronaldo in.
Yeah.
And then my last one, I guess it's like a combo, but it's also a few people. It's Jokic / Djokovic / Mitrovic.
Just anyone ending in an each.
Any Serbian, a lot of Serbians. I think Jokic won last year, and I think you nominated him for weekend winner like 3 times this year.
Yeah. So I think I'll put the Serbs to the side a little bit, just because
you can bring your own to the
disappointing
table.
World Cup, honestly. And I'm gonna go. And you know what? Ronaldo kind of had a disappointing World Cup too, but I'm just gonna go with Ronaldo because mean, he's my guy, and even I just love how, like, there's something I just love about him where he the season's going really bad. He's getting benched. He's like, I love how he goes, fuck this, gets subbed off, or didn't even get into the game. No, he didn't even get into the game.
Yeah.
And he just left in like the 78th minute, just walking down the
guys.
tunnel in Old Trafford. Amazing. And then he's like, you know what? How can I make this even worse? Let me give the most explosive interview of all time with Piers Morgan. Does that, and now he's just looking for a club, and he's probably going to make a lot of money signing with the Saudi team.
Yeah.
So yes, person of the year,
'Cause he
Ronaldo.
needs
This
money.
guy's dominated the entire year. I'd say
He has
headline wise,
headline king.
king.
Yes.
So yes, Ronaldo's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so winners so far: Phil has McDavid. Owen has, who did you pick?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, and Alex picked Ronaldo. My personal nominations, I went through a few. I had Mara's up there. Messi just won the World Cup.
No
so.
repeat title for Ponton this year.
No, I didn't nominate her. Benzema was up there, Zeke, and Jimmy G. So I was trying to narrow it down between all of
Like
those.
Zeke. Car sticker's still up, so
I do. The sticker is still on my car. Zeke's been having a good year, but I have to give it to Kareem.
Yes.
Yeah, Benzema has to.
Golden Boot, kicked off the France team.
Yeah.
Ça m'intéresse pas.
Yes.
Yep.
Retired from the French national team on his like birthday, basically.
Yeah.
Which was raw.
Adam's person of the year.
I was hyping him up before the season started last year, and he ended up winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And now it looks even better after France said we don't need you, and they lose in pens in the final.
Yeah.
So
Oh
he
yeah,
has to be my person of the year.
I love it. Good to see. I like that we distributed those last year, so we do them again this year. And now it's time for the most prestigious awards going: the Genius of the Year and the Bozo of the Year.
Yes.
Now, last year, we'll start with the Genius of the Year, because this year was hard. I think last year there was an overwhelming winner, and he did win. It was Dan Campbell.
Yep.
We all voted for him for the content he brought this show. And this year, we have 4 nominations. They are Brian Windhorst. Now, he gets the first nomination because, I mean, there was negotiations with the Nets and the Sixers, and Woj said there wasn't. But he said they are close to a trade, and they're just working out the semantics now. Woj kept saying there wasn't, and who was right? Windy with a giant Grand Slam home run.
And something about Utah.
Yeah, he did
was
say
on
something
that.
about Utah.
Yeah.
He also said another team to watch in the Go Bear sweepstakes is Minnesota. Minnesota's looking for a shot blocker. I sent that to our group chat on Twitter, and Alex responded to that with dumbest thing I've ever heard. So Windy dunked on Alex too.
I think I might have been referring to the Timberwolves getting Gobert.
Not Windy.
Not Windy.
Let's make that
I
very
fucking
clear.
love Windy.
Windy
all right?
is the GOAT.
I love Windy.
Windy is the best, so we have to get him in there. And then again, the 2-minute soliloquy on July 4th, no less, about
That
the
was-
Utah.
Incredible.
I get goosebumps thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, that's genius.
When they put it to Hans Zimmer Mountains,
Oh.
that was a banger. So he gets the first nomination. Second nomination, Tyreek Hill. Traded from the Chiefs to the Dolphins, which objectively looking back at it now, unbelievable career move. Just made him way better legacy-wise.
Yes. Yeah.
Infinitely boosted his perception. He had some great quotes throughout the year. Remember, he said his agent tried to kiss him in the mouth after the trade. He compared Mike McDaniel to Shrek. He said he'd follow back anybody on Apple Music if they followed him. He said Mahomes has a stronger arm, but he'd rather play with the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. Said kickers miss so many field goals because they practice for 5 minutes, then go play ping pong for 2 hours. He just had one of the best receiver seasons of all time, honestly. So he's got to be in there. We have Jared Leto. Not much to say here. Starred in the smash Marvel hit Morbius as Dr. Michael Morbius. An unbelievable performance, really. Academy worthy.
Morbin everywhere.
Morbin was everywhere, and that podcast we did was unbelievable. More so just the night we had at the theaters. I mean, I don't think I'll ever have that much fun in a theater again in my life.
I don't think so, and I'm scared. I'm really scared to go out and try and expect that another movie will hit that for me when it won't.
Avatar.
I don't know, man.
I
Avatar
know
looks pretty good.
The magic in the theater that night was just the man in the Molson Canadian.
And I love sharing that experience with the Molson guy too.
That was
really
just
good.
There's a bond.
There was a bond. I mean, we don't know what he looks like or his name or how tall he was or anything about him other than the Molson and a jacket.
I feel like if I walked by him in the street, there'd be like, whoa, like you'd like sense it almost.
Yeah,
you would. I know this guy. There's something about him.
There's something about him. There'd be that energy in the air. And then last nomination, Jim Irsay. Started the year when the Jags the Jags beat the Colts to get eliminated from the playoffs. He went in the locker room and said, Carson Wentz is never playing for me again. Traded him to the Commanders, scooped up 80-year-old Matt Ryan, promoted him to starting quarterback on his 2-year, $80 million contract. He started the famous $1,000 Colts hat plus NFL football trivia series giveaway. He pretty much hired his best friend to coach the team. That was a raw strategy as well. And then he had that great press conference about, I don't know how to make a sausage, but I know how to make a football team. We're in the upper quartile or of the upper quartile. So obviously he has to get the nomination, mainly I think for the trivia stuff. I mean, unbelievable year. So it's really a 4-horse race. I don't know who to give it to. Jim Irsay, Windhorse, Leto, Hill.
If we're talking actual genius of the year, like non-sarcastic, I think you have to go with Windy. I think Windy just had an unbelievable 2 months and just dominated everybody.
And then coasted the rest of the year.
And he didn't have to do everybody like that. But he was like, you know what? F Shams, F Woj.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys. Like I can get mine.
Yeah.
And that was honestly respect. So I'm gonna go with Windy.
I'm gonna go with Windy as well. He was just.
That was crazy.
He dominated.
Yep.
He was like putting people in his back pocket left and right.
I mean, he couldn't stop.
No.
It started with Woj, and then he went on First Take and like owned Stephen A's chair.
Yep.
And it's not even like, breaking NBA news is like not necessarily his lane like it is Woj's lane. So he went into like another man's house, another man's, like he was in the away arena and he still put him in his back pocket.
Won by 50 plus.
Won by 50 plus is crazy.
I'm voting Jim Irsay.
I'm down. No.
I love the trivia. I love the tweets about if the roof is open or closed every day. I
just like the blue alert, be loud this Sunday.
Just everything, every tweet he sends is just electric. So he's my genius.
I'm gonna give it to Windy.
Yeah.
Tough not to give one to Leto because of that joy he caused, but I mean, I think that was also part of our own genius that created that.
Exactly.
So if I do say so.
And I hope it's not the last we'll be seeing of him in that role.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd love more spin-offs.
Yeah, and the 2 hours I spent in that theater, considering the last hour was geared towards the second movie, I hope not as well.
Didn't it say like Morbius will return?
Yeah. Well, that's how it ended. The guy didn't spoilers, the guy didn't die. So he'll be back as Dr. Mike.
Yes.
And the roles he played, he was skinny Morbius, he was beefy Morbius, he was blue blood Morbius, red blood Morbius when he was drinking them.
The Gatos.
Yeah, the Gatos. Wow. So big win for Windy. And then the Bozo of the year, last year's champion, Jalen Green. This year, I mean, I'll do the honorable mentions first because it could go in a lot of ways, but really everybody knows it's a 2-horse race. Yeah. It came down to 2 guys in the end, so I didn't even want to write up anybody else. Honorable mentions, Ja Morant had an unbelievable case. In any other year, he might have cracked it, but he couldn't this year. Kyler Murray had a great case. Yep. Karl Towns had a great case. Wow. Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Coach K, Tom Brady, they all had unbelievable cases for the Bozo of the year.
Wow. Stacked competition if these guys didn't get in.
Oh, certainly. But the two are head and shoulders above the rest. And it really, I'm fascinated to see who wins because it could go either way. I toss and turn. First nominee, Russell Wilson. traded from the Seahawks to the Broncos in March, said that he came to Denver to win 3 to 4 more Super Bowls and play 12 to 15 more years. Said that he watched all the Broncos games from the year before multiple times in the first 7 days he got traded there. He said he went on vacation, if you remember, and then he watched all the games while he was on vacation with Sierra. Quote, I watched the preseason too. I'm a little crazy. I wanted to watch the preseason to see if some of the younger guys who maybe got injured or hurt or whatever, let's see what their situation was. Maybe they didn't play yet, and he was behind a great player. So that was a good one from the preseason. Then he went to Rockies opening day and stood with the team during the national anthem. On opening day, stood up on the first base line in full uniform and participated in Rockies opening day. So that's a good case for him there. Garrett Bowles, the offensive tackle, said he had the mentality of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron combined. That actually could have been a hot take of the year nomination the more I think about it. Then he went to OTAs, and he said it was, quote, touchdown after touchdown, and, quote, even though it was an OTA, it had a championship week type of feel. Then he went to AS Monaco, vacation in France, and he did the famous video, quote, I had to come by AS Monaco and check out the soccer team, the football team, and I want to show them the football I know. This is the first ever football pass here at AS Monaco practice facility. Come with me, check it out. Launched it, let's ride. That was his famous video in AS Monaco. Then there was the media day videos. I actually have the full quotes again. Quote, just put my jersey on for the first time. Broncos orange, let's ride. With my boy, one foe. In the orange, baby, let's ride. Had my boy Jew. Let's ride. Then there was the let's ride video.
Yeah, well, that speaks for itself.
Yeah. No introduction needed there. He wore a blouse to the ESPYs. That one was in there. Training camp started. Quote, this is Owen's favorite tweet ever. Broncos are going through a mental rep period. Heard this about Wilson. He literally visualizes every aspect like it's an in-game play. Visualizes a pass rusher. Moves in the pocket. Was told by a few players it's a next level type of mental rep they've never seen.
That's my last. I think one of my last retweets.
Yeah, the mental reps. Next level type of mental rep. Actually,
incredible.
Mental rep.
Yeah.
When I think like one they've never seen before, that's just like what I think
Nobody's
about.
Ever seen
is like that mental. Like 300-pound like lineman in high school doing like a one rep max.
Yeah.
And Russell's like showing them. Let me show you like personal best 1 rep max mental rep.
But then it's next level.
Yes.
Yeah. It's doing a mental rep during like math class. I thought you were going to say with the lineman, just daydreaming. Signed an 8-year, $250 million deal. Went to Seattle week 1 and did that thing with his arms at midfield where he held them out. Right before the game. He was booed across the game, lost the game in the worst way possible. And then the Seahawks were playing future in the dressing room after. He was getting bullied mercilessly, like Doug Baldwin, Richard Sherman, Lynch. They were all coming after him. Demanded the Broncos sideline yell run or pass during that game when the Seahawks had the ball. There was the Subway commercial. The Danger Witch. Yeah. There was the Mr. Unlimited video. They were sort of around the same time. Then he went to London. Did 4 hours of high knees on the plane to London because he hurt his quad. I mean, he literally never got any better. Like, this is just a list where he just descended down into the deep pits. And
is the list over?
Yeah.
I want to say also when he was calling Seahawks audibles at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Nobody
the Broncos
knew.
guys looked at him like he had 8 heads.
Yeah.
And then to end it all, half the team didn't show up to his birthday, which we covered. But
we did cover. We had that. We were first on that beat. I mean, it's an unbelievable case, and the fact
it's a great case.
The fact is not
any
a
other
slam
year,
dunk.
it would be just running away with it.
Well, there's strong Bozo candidates every year.
But this one is.
So I think Russ would have bodied Jalen Green.
He would have bodied Jalen Green.
He would have owned the field last year. There's no doubt.
Yeah, Russ would have cooked Jalen Green.
Yeah.
4-0 series.
Like, again, the fact Ja Morant couldn't get a nomination for all the things. The Warriors Christmas Day stuff. The thing he said today about, I'm only worried about the Celtics. Nobody in the West scares me. Yeah. It's like, dude, you won 1 round in your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So, anyway. Next guy.
But we have the other goat.
Yeah. The other goat of Bozo. Next man up.
Give it to me, baby.
Joe Burrow. A.K.A. Joe Shiesty, A.K.A. Joe Franchise, Joe Cool.
Joe Burr.
2 NFL quarterbacks says a lot.
Yeah, it really does. About the game and the fame that it brings
2
you.
2 AFC quarterbacks.
And a third nominee in Tom.
And
so not looking good.
Lots of stuff in the NFL quarterback range this year. And it starts right at the top of the calendar year. So to go from the calendar year, beat the Raiders in the playoffs. right? Made the playoffs.
Kind of lucky.
Yeah.
Cheated.
Remember when Alex posted the TikTok in that game where it was just 2 seconds of his TV and it was like Raiders are getting screwed or whatever it was. And then he came in the studio. He's like, "Boys, it's going crazy. There's people are fighting in the comments."
That was raw.
That was wrong. That was all time. Joe Burrow. Quote, "I'm trying to downplay this win because this is how it's going to be every year from here on out. The bare minimum every year moving forward." Then he beat the Titans in the playoffs. Didn't really say much after that game because he got sacked 9 times, if you remember that one. Then I think this was the day that he got cemented in candidacy when he pulled up in the Kansas City Chiefs game with the Nike chain and that outfit.
That's when everything started for me personally.
Yeah, I think that was the beginning.
That was the beginning.
Owen was on it a little before then.
Well, it was kind of ruminating, where it was like
It was bubbling.
It was bubbling, and then it boiled over.
Well,
I think
at
at that point.
It was like my like when I came out as a Jared Goff fan, where it was like I think we had all kind of, at least Phil and I were we were thinking about it, but like we didn't want to like come out with it because we were going against the grain at the time.
We were, and we still are kind of. It's unbelievable that people haven't caught on. He actually beat the Chiefs in that game, and then this is the week that it just went AWOL. That 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl, it was like insane with the stuff that was going on you couldn't go a day on Instagram or Twitter. Like it was unusable sites. Super Bowl media day, he started the day by posting a picture on Instagram with the outfit picture, and the caption was "Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you." Super Bowl media day, he said, quote, "I strictly listened to Kid Cudi pregame." His advice to kids, quote, "Don't get sucked into social media, work in silence, don't show anyone what you're doing, let your performance on the field speak for itself."
That's what did it for me.
Owen went in on the next show and found 5 photos on his Instagram.
That was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, well, anyway.
I'm looking for the pic right
Let's
now.
go.
He has a ton.
He had 5 photos from private workouts on his Instagram. Yeah, so don't let him see what you're doing. But that's how you do it. He was named NFL Comeback Player of the Year, and then he left the trophy on the table because, quote, "I'm only worried about the trophy on Sunday." That was an all-timer.
I did not even remember this.
I know. There's a lot of ones that just slip under the radar with this guy because you can't forget it. Then he lost the Super Bowl. He was one of the last players to leave the locker room, but that's the funny part. He was leaving the locker room all sad in that like outfit that he wore going in. That was like black and white leopard print everywhere. That was classic. That was all time. And then post game, hours after losing the Super Bowl, he went to the Kid Cudi concert and was just sitting on the stage, like shaking his head, like "Oh yeah, I'm so sad. Like I'm that man on the moon." Yeah, he was just listening to it.
Mr. Rager, Mr. Rager,
Mr. Rager. Yeah, that was a classic. Does a photo shoot with GQ where he wears the grill after he lost the Super Bowl, the famous one with the glasses on and the grill. Then he went to training camp and started doing the laps on the golf cart, going back and forth when he had his app in. That was kind of funny, though. I can't even lie. I liked that one. But I know the boys didn't like that one, so I had it. Quote, "Joe, what are you listening to right now? A lot of old Gunna lately. Free Gunna wanna."
Oh my god. I don't know if I'll be able to pick, honestly.
It's a great, I mean, oh my goodness.
And then there's the podcast.
Oh, I know, dude.
Oh, we're getting that?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The season started, and then he said he's going Burrow Dark 30, announcing he deleted Twitter and Instagram from his phone. He announced that, to the media, if you remember that. Launched his podcast with Colin. Some of the greatest hits from the podcast, I just jotted them down. I went back and watched all the clips and wanted to bleach my eyes. But, quote, "People always ask me what my favorite nicknames are. That's not for me to decide. That's for you to decide. I'm not running around making dinner reservations for Mr. Shiesty." That was a good one. What he said, he played through multiple concussions and blacked out during games on that podcast, which is just an audacious.
There was a time where his helmet went out, and then he
called like the sick play
drive, and he like tells everybody that.
Yeah, Well, that actually conveniently happened when he was mic'd up, if you remember that. that wasn't a statement. That was conveniently during mic'd up.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
He wore Jamar Chase's jersey to the game against the Saints. The full quote from the helmet thing was, quote, "Helmet cuts out. We have no timeouts. I called the whole drive." That was the full quote.
But it's like just whatever.
Yeah.
Like I just called the whole drive. No big deal.
I think I didn't write it down, but I think his next line was, "And I love doing that." Like that's like what I felt like I was in the backyard.
It's just like high school. Like
Oh my goodness. Said he dressed up as himself for Halloween, lost the game 32-13. Got flexed out of Sunday Night Football. His response was, I don't care about any of that. I'll play at 6 a.m. somewhere in the middle of a field. Asked if he learned anything about himself on the bye week. No, I am who I thought I was. Asked about the differences between him and Brady, and he said, quote, his name is Tom, my name is Joe. That is the full case for Joe Burrow.
And there's also all the like Bengals account tweets that like sure it's not him, but like them
it's
tweeting
an extension
like,
of him.
It is an extension of him,
And he's
them
probably
being like,
feeding them too. He's like, this
like,
would be sick.
oh,
if you,
Joe, like,
can you imagine if you guys posted this about me?
like when
and
they're
just
on bye
leaves?
week and it's like
It'd be crazy if you guys said this.
Yeah, he's like, yo, what do you guys? But he like wouldn't actually tell them. He'd just be like, yo, like it's kind of late. Like I was thinking, like how funny would it be if you guys did this?
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Unfollowed.
Unfollowed.
Can't message anymore.
the bye week tweet where they're like, I hate not playing football. Joe Burrow probably.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh man.
I'm shriveling into a raisin just thinking about Joe Burrow.
It's a 2-horse race, so
I didn't think anyone could beat Russell Wilson, but then you just started like rattling off all the Joe Burrow stuff, and the only credit I'm gonna give Russell Wilson is I think he's actually built like that.
like he can't change it.
Like he can't change it. Yeah. Like I think he's, he is how he is. But Joe is like deliberately doing this stuff, and it's sickening. So I think I'm voting for Joe.
Yeah, I gotta vote for Joe, but I want to give a shout out to the media for this too, because it'll be like I remember there was a tweet when he was dressed up in like a white suit for the game.
Yeah,
and they were like, imagine betting against Joe Burrow tonight.
Oh yeah. Watch me. That makes me
I hate that whole imagine betting against someone. Look, what do you like? Sure, I will bet against him. Actually, like, yeah, I will. But it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to vote for Russell Wilson. I'll do it.
Okay. He deserves
Joe Burrow by 1,000. I hate those tweets too. You know how many tweets I've seen of that? Yeah. Every week it feels like. Every week.
Give him the win.
Yeah, I'm voting for Joe.
What a year. Unbelievable year for Joe Burrow to take home the Bozo of the year. I mean...
Well earned. Front to back, really. Yeah. Domination. I mean, that Tom Brady quote was like 5 days ago, so he's never...
He really owned 2022.
He did.
Yeah.
Our minds.
Like Russell Wilson's been a Bozo. Yeah. But if we really want to talk, like, who owned 2022? Yeah, definitely Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe just... He had it on...
Joe did.
Like January 1st.
Yeah, he did disappear in the summer. Like in the summer, there wasn't that many things that happened.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson kept it up in the summer.
Russell Wilson, like he had that period where he was on top in the odds, but then.
Well, Joe Burrow was busy trying to come back from a burst appendix as fast as he could.
Yeah,
I'm sure we're going to hear some awesome stories when he retires about that too.
Oh. Yeah, but I also forgot the time when he said this year's reminded me a lot of last year. Like he had like a 15-year Rolodex of years to refer it to. It's like no kidding. It reminds you of your other year in the NFL. Hey, wow. Congratulations to Joe. What a win for him. Yeah. I actually, before we wrap up here, and there are the clips to come, so stick around for that, but I did go back and listen to last year, and I have our 2022 goals written down here, and I thought we would go in and check. Did you do the same thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying no way for. But here we go. We'll get it started with Owen, quote, I want to get the podcast to be an F1 podcast, quote, racer of the week. So, racer of the week never really came to form.
That was like the LeBron thinking about starting a podcast.
F1 never really got off the ground.
Yeah. But you're about where you were a year ago.
Probably behind.
A little bit regressed. But yeah, no, that's on me.
The Netflix show got to you.
Just don't care about F1 as much as I thought I would.
Yes.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a fair shake.
Gave it a taste?
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. No sweat there.
I had a Heat goal.
Yeah, you did have some Heat goals. Alex said, quote, predict the NBA Finals again and put money on it this time. What was your Finals prediction? I can't remember.
When did we do it? Before the playoffs or before the regular season?
Like end of 2021 we did this. So.
But like when did you're saying?
What was your Finals prediction? I can't remember.
It wasn't correct.
Obviously. I think it was like... oh man, I think it was maybe like Nets.
Nets, someone, yeah.
Nets. So this wasn't before the playoffs, is what you're saying?
You said this goal, at the end of 2021. But I was wondering what your prediction was.
That's tough. We'd have to probably go back in. I think it might have been like Nets Nuggets or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I think that might sound right.
Yeah.
Your other goal was time to start making some money sponsorship for the pod.
Oh, well, so I did try.
Yeah,
and we got slam dunked on.
Yeah, by the guy at Manscaped.
They were like, "Come back to us when
you know,
you're a serious podcast," which I took offense to.
I think we're in the Frisk zone.
Yeah, I think I'd say we're in the Frisk zone.
It was just a multi-year goal.
Yeah,
It's still in progress, still loading.
Still loading.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're working on that.
We are working on that. Adam, your goals were quote coming with a Bozo and Genius every week. That
super heat.
That is super
that's
heat.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given that's not a very tough goal to achieve. Given that, like, the other 3 people on the pod can do it.
Yeah. Heat start. You also had some other goals though, so maybe you crush these out. Get Owen to start watching soccer. Get him an Algeria jersey to watch the World Cup with me.
Oh,
ooh. Well, I do
That's
have an Algeria 2022 jersey in a size a little too big for me.
Can I have it?
Never too late.
In 2026, you can wear it.
Okay.
If they make it.
They will.
Heat.
They're expanding the tournament.
Oh, good. You also had Get Some Podcast merch, but I think came true tonight with your playoff towel.
True. Let's go. Shout out.
Checkmark.
Shout out the family.
Goal achieved.
I was trying to get us some Young LA podcast merch, but we could also done the big hats.
Yep, we could have done. I mean,
we'll do that.
We found out they were $75 USD.
But the towels, shout out.
Yeah, the towels are good.
Towels are fine. Playoff towels.
Yeah. I'll pin them up in my room. That's it.
Me too.
And then I had be less confident about the Oilers. I think they gave me reasons to be more confident about them this year.
Oh,
so
good.
I'm actually okay with that goal. I also had learn how to cook. I failed that miserably. There was no chance that one got off the ground. But now's the chance. 2023 goals.
Jeez.
I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Anything jumping off the page that you really want to accomplish this year? Owen froze like Draymond Green when I said that, but I don't know.
Should I do like real life goals?
I mean, anything you want.
Like what?
Like,
Metaverse goals?
One of my real life goals.
Like
Sorry,
get a job
not to
maybe.
Okay, job for you.
Yeah. I want.
What?
Just when you got cut off. Okay, you go. Job for you.
I'll go get a job. And
me too. I want to get a job.
Like you're saying, like big boy job.
Yeah, like an Alex job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
And,
even though I'm gonna be in school for another 4 years.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay.
Get a job. Good goal. Good start.
Yeah.
Alex, you had a real life goal.
Yeah, I did have a real life goal. We're seeing how far this takes me, but solo trip Europe in the summer is what I was thinking. Yeah, solo because brother's busy, girlfriend's in school. I don't know. You boys are probably busy too.
What's Elena doing? What's your girl doing in the summer?
She's doing her master's, and she decided to take the fast track, which like you have 1 week off in between semesters. So
every 5 years.
Yeah. So, and I don't blame her for not wanting to.
You should do a.
Let's go. Good clarify.
To do some, masters at 6 in the morning.
You should do a combined Europe, North Africa, like Morocco, Algeria.
Well, I'd need you for that.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think I'm solo in North Africa.
I mean, we
by
could do
myself.
that. The 4 of us. I would do that.
Go to Algeria?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's like a future goal.
Yeah, my friend.
Like Morocco's looking sick from like I was like seeing the
parade videos?
Looks
Qatar?
nice.
Qatar?
A little Qatar.
I'm down.
I think another goal I'll throw in is reffing a big soccer game.
Let's go. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
Okay.
That's a good goal.
So we got 2 from you. I like that.
Okay.
Still working over there?
Oh yeah, I'm practicing no goals this year. That's my
Ooh.
new strategy.
Not the game, but okay.
Well,
Come on, we can
it's
cook
not a
one up.
podcast segment.
Okay,
or
we
anything.
can. Okay, I can cook something up. You go ahead though, Phil. You go ahead.
Well, I want to get back on learn to cook. I do want to get back on that.
Okay.
Part 2.
Part 2, learn to cook. Man, this is a stumper. I mean, I can just
I
cut
can set
dead
one.
air.
I can set one
Yeah.
for myself. I set a goal last year to I wanted to read a book a month, and
Nice.
I was going good. I was ahead of schedule, and then the summer hit, and kind of
Failed.
Yeah.
kind of got busy.
We're gonna try that again.
Yeah, I
Gonna
like
maybe
that.
reset
You know
that
what?
one.
I'll get in there with you.
Yeah.
I'll do that with you.
I was reading some good books. I was liking it, but then summer
Book
hit, and I
club.
was just like kind of. Yes.
I'm down for book club.
Okay, let's do a book club.
I've tried reading too.
Yeah.
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 You've tried it.
I've tried
You've
it.
dabbled.
I've dabbled.
Oh, that's a good goal. Book club.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because I was doing good, dude. I was at like 6 or 7 books in like April.
I'm not reading any books.
No, Adam, you can do the audiobook. I don't care. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna. I'm not
that's
gonna
the
audit
point.
you.
I'm not listening to any books either.
Wow.
Raw.
Okay,
Let's
all
go.
right.
No genius. No bozo. No book.
books.
Fair
Job.
enough.
Job.
Yes.
Job though. Yeah,
Job.
let's get that loaded up.
Yes.
I don't know. I think a good goal for me would be to start the podcast on YouTube. That's a good goal
okay.
for me.
Okay.
I would
there
like
we go.
to help with that too.
Okay.
Support that goal.
Let's go.
I could use some help. I can't lie.
I would support that goal.
It's a lot of work.
I
That's
was
why it's
gonna
never
say.
started in the last 14 months.
Yes.
But okay, that's a good goal. We'll hold each other to that.
Okay.
Book club. You and me actually have the same goals now.
Good.
Video podcast.
Yeah, you guys
But
are
does
kind
book club
of.
mean read the same book? Because
Yeah, let's do that.
No,
I was reading.
isn't a book club like you all read your own books and you talk about them?
Oh, I'm down for that.
No,
I
sure.
thought the
let's do
whole
that
point
then.
of book club was that you all read the same book
Yeah,
and
then
you
you
all
have
bring your
something to
different
talk about.
So I was
opinions.
reading a
and-
banger of a book.
What was it called?
But then it's called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. It's about Nazi
Oh wow.
Germany.
Okay.
It's
Those
like
kinds of books.
giant about the Nazi Germany.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
It was a
Big book.
banger, but I only got like, I don't know, maybe a fifth of the way through, maybe.
Well, it's a big
maybe
dog.
a little bit less.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a thick one for sure.
You got.
But I'll get through it. I need to just restart.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good. Okay, you and I have the same goals. Adam has get a job. Alex has solo bomb trip. That's right. Well, solo trip. I don't want to include the word bomb in your trip goals, but solo trip. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
solo trip somewhere. I feel like that,
Somewhere
push
or
yourself a
Europe?
little. Sorry?
Somewhere or Europe? Or do you
I'm
don't care?
focusing
Thailand?
on Europe. I think Europe's a good starting point. I think anywhere else would be a little tough as a solo traveler for the
Yeah.
first time. You know?
Yeah.
I think Europe's pretty okay.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could manage.
Yeah, so
And I like that idea. Who do you want to sub in for you when you're gone?
I didn't say I wouldn't be zooming from France
Wow,
Let's
that would
go.
be
We'd be
raw.
like
In the
Weekly
hostel?
Alex
in the
vacation
hostel.
updates?
Yeah,
They're like,
Oh.
who's awake?
Dude,
yeah.
that'd be
Who
so
the
sick.
fuck is potting?
Or you could
at-
record like a
Vlog?
Yeah,
like a
live
vlog.
from
YouTube.
Budapest. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
live from Budapest. That's raw.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Put the flag on your backpack or whatever.
yes, yeah.
Towel
I'll
on
put the
your
flag on my
backpack.
backpack. Take us everywhere.
Raw.
Yeah,
Sick.
we'll
That's
see
a
if
good
that
goal.
gets off the
I have
tarmac.
faith.
But
I have faith.
I have faith that you'll get that done. So those are some good goals. About the podcast this year, this is the last thing, and then we can wrap it. This year we were joined by Connor, Ethan, Victor, Cookie, Nick, Tony, Jeff, Rig, Luca, Sedge, Emily, and Calum. Do you have any episodes that really stand out to you this year as your favorites, or is anything really jumping out as like a favorite laugh you had on this show? Or
I want to
any-
shout
the
out
big
a
rig
few.
was crazy.
Yeah.
he went.
I
off.
wasn't here for Big Rig, but I was a big fan of it.
I have
thought
one
it
of my
was really
biggest
good.
laughs on that one.
I
Yeah,
think
it's in the
The
clips.
bar, when he broke the.
It broke the shower
Yeah.
curtain. That's in the clips.
he's great. Calum was good. I think we need him back. I think we need Calum back.
I do
think
too.
we need Big Rig back.
I
Those are my
love
top
the
two.
Tony prediction where he said, "I think it'll be a defensive game, like 43 to
Yeah.
6 or whatever."
That was a banger.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shout out to all the people that made picks for me.
I think that was
A lot
Jeff.
of them. Jeff,
Today,
Calum,
Nick.
and Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
those are guys that stepped
shout
in.
out.
Yeah, there's
Man.
some bangers. I love the guest episodes.
They are good. I think.
Ethan, I remember Ethan he was doing the.
Oh,
the
Ethan
March
was
Madness.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
That
he'll
was
be back.
incredible.
He'll
That
be
one,
back.
yeah, we can't forget about Ethan because he was pretty early on, right?
And Emily
in the
was a
year.
record breaker.
We do need Emily
Yes.
back too. I told her she could come
she
back.
broke
Guinness
the glass
World
ceiling
Record.
for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did, and unbelievable coverage. I put
Yes.
the clip in where she said Kenneth
Drew
Murray and
Tranquil.
Drew Tranquil are back this week. That was an unbelievable
Yeah.
take. So that clip had to crack the show. I mean, that was just great stuff. I mean, so many stand out to me, but like, oh man, there were so many good ones this year. Stuff like. The one that I think is the favorite of all time for most people is when we did the bracket of the pit in your stomach stuff,
Oh,
When-
that one was so good.
That was a great episode.
which was triggered off Adam doing the
Forgetting my-
the
I
cleats.
forgot my
Yeah.
cleats in my backpack, and I'm waiting to tell my dad, "Hey,
Yeah.
when do you even say that?"
Yeah, but
Like
there
they're already pissed that you're late to the game. And it's like, when do I interject this?
in the soccer center.
And then the
so
longer it
far
goes
away.
on, the
I'm
more
gonna
heat
listen
it
back
gets.
to that right now.
That was
when
an
I
all-timer.
when
It's
I'm
in the
driving home
clips.
because it's crazy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was.
That was class. That was a great one. Everybody liked that one. I think
I think that was honestly, if I'm gonna say, that was my favorite episode of the year.
there was I do
That was
Okay.
for me episode of the year.
for me. I have a hard time topping Gaudreau because it was the full experience of the day where Alex was on the way driving to the house.
Like I got out of my car.
and I saw you from my window react to the news. You
I, like,
pulled up
pulled
your
up-
phone and you were like,
Yeah.
I remember I pulled up. We just happened to get to your house at the same time, and so I was right behind Alex, and I get out of the car, and I'm like kind of behind him, going up to the driveway, and I just hear him like ranting in Serbian to his dad.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I was
he's
yelling.
whatever he's talking about, like he's not happy right now, because I hadn't even heard of the news yet.
I mean, that was all time stuff. Like it couldn't have broke better for us that day.
Yeah.
That was like the stars aligned. So
Yeah.
that was a perfect one. Oh man, we had a lot of good ones though. Like, you know, making the clips, I went back and I made it really long this year. It's like 15 minutes.
Oh, let's go.
So I included actually something from every episode of the second of like anything I titled season 2. So it's really long, but like going back, I mean, we got laughs in every single one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
man, it was a hard time picking between things. Like I like the vacation episodes when I was at the lake doing a couple this summer, and I feel like every single one was just a smash hit. Like
Yes.
I like the one we did with the Fournette talk.
Yeah.
We had Kendrick Perkins one where here's
Oh,
the NBA logo.
You know what I forgot about? Wasn't it in 2022 when you and I did the
Two-man.
duo
Yeah.
two-man
Oh,
pod?
yeah.
That
That
was
was the-
wild.
When Adam and I were,
Where were you guys?
driving back
we
from
were
Whistler?
driving back.
Yeah. That was all
I
time.
remember
And
listening
Owen
back-
kept faith the whole time, but Adam was real with us. He was like, "Yeah, we're not making
yeah,
it."
that's
But
a
I-
bad habit. I'll do it until like right at the end where I'm like, yeah.
Maybe that's a goal for Owen too.
That is a
Yeah,
good goal.
be
no, it is,
more,
'cause I've got-
be
it's
more,
been-
yeah.
It's been heat
Yeah.
recently.
I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so.
you're
You
not
know.
going to talk about 4 hours ago.
Well, other than that, but
I didn't think that was his
Yeah,
fault, for the
it's-
record.
partially.
That one maybe not, but yeah.
Well,
in
that
general,
one.
in
don't,
general,
don't
it's,
take off all the blame.
it's typically my fault in general.
But
well,
I mean-
to be fair, I drove. Anyways, yeah,
You
no,
did,
It
but
was not mostly my
you
fault.
did leave like 20 minutes after we were supposed to be here.
Nobody cares, so don't
Okay.
worry. That one's done. But the problem with the two-man show was
No, I loved the 2-man show. I listened back to that because that was I was all the windy stuff with Utah happened like that weekend. It was
Yeah,
a Canada Day weekend, and so I was out of the loop. And then I listened back, and I was like, "This is incredible."
Informative.
It was all NBA talk, and I was like, "This is great."
that was a good time to do the two-man because Alex, you know, he's an NBA head, NBA hole, some call him.
Yes.
But I remember
Yeah.
I remember getting the text from Owen. I texted him before he left for that trip. I was like, "Are you going to be able to make the Sunday one? Like, it sounds like a bit of a stretch to me that you could come back on Sunday from Whistler, 11-hour drive, and then pod after." And Owen was like, "Yeah, no, it'll be good. Like, just do it at like 7, and I can make it." And then I
Yeah.
remember, like, I was like, "Okay." Then a day later, I was thinking about it, and I was doing the math. I was like, "He's losing an hour in transit time.
Right? Yeah. No.
He's gonna have to get up at like 3:30 if he wants
No,
to make
yeah.
it at 7." So I could have informed Alex ahead of time that it was a two-man.
Oh,
which
it's
was
all good. It was great. You were just feeding me questions about the NBA, and it was nice.
It was nice. It
That
was
was
good
a
to listen
one,
to.
man.
Yeah.
Lots of good ones this year. Adam, you scrolled through the episodes. Was there one that you remembered?
No, I was just looking for the pin your stomach draft. That was a double episode.
It was long because it was the day Russell Wilson got traded to Denver.
Yeah. that
Wow.
was great.
So yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Anything you want to do differently next year on the pod?
Me?
Everybody.
No.
Like we did
No.
discuss after the first season changing it entirely, and then we just settled back on the
Yes.
exact same thing.
So we were highly critical of LeBron not following up on his podcast idea when we didn't follow up on.
Well, to be fair.
Well, our idea
yeah,
is good.
ours isn't broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would maybe like to see more like collabs with like other people.
Yeah, that's a
Like-
good goal.
Like I think
like the Stay Hot pod.
no. Well, I don't know, maybe. I would like to see like a guest spot from Everything Texans.
Yeah,
That's what I wanna
people we
see this
don't
year.
know.
Yeah.
Like maybe start reaching out to people.
like
for
Everything
real.
Texans would come on, I would bet.
More
could-
females on the pod.
James
Yeah.
Dross would be a huge get.
Yeah, I think we're not the only ones looking for him, though.
I know,
I
we're
think that's a
definitely
bit of the problem there.
Johnny Junta. Oh,
Oh,
big fish.
I could probably get him.
Oh, Everything Texans
should
would
try.
be sick.
Everything Texans would be so.
I think I could get him too because I've followed him for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, those are two guests I can work on.
But
this
then
year.
again, it's like, it's the whole thing of like, don't meet your heroes. Like, what if he turns out to just be?
That's what I'm worried about with Johnny Junta because he's low key, like
I love. That
he's a
guy.
god.
I love him. Yeah.
Anyway,
Do you guys know who that is?
No.
No.
no, he's worth your time.
J14 doesn't know, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna put the clips in now. I give the podcast a 10. I give this episode a 10.
10,
First
10.
of all, 10. And yeah, we'll be back. Another year coming. It'll be good. Maybe we go down to 1 a week in the summer. That's an idea for us.
Ooh, yeah.
Not bad.
Like an off-season.
Yeah. 'Cause
Quality over quantity.
I'm really not looking to pull pro football talk quotes again for
I
2-3
remember,
months.
Dude, the dog days were heat because it was like, it's like Dua Lipa up to.
Yeah. 2 times a week. Let's dump that down to 1. That'll be good. But yeah, okay. Clips are in now. It's worth your time, so stick around. 15 minutes. See you guys in 2000. No, wait, one more before the end of the new year.
Yeah, one more before then.
Yeah. See you guys on Thursday. As it was, dude.
Adam,
It's
on
not the
TikTok.
same as it was.
Oh,
As it was.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
As it was.
Okay, relax, guys.
You know it's not the same as it was. Just like Manchester United, Norwich fans, like up at the, I don't know what you call that in English, like where they're actually like the guys reading.
You can say it in
the thing.
Serbian.
Like I kind of don't know in Serbian either.
What language do you know it in?
I remember going into the pantry at night looking at the Oreos. The Oreos looking at me. I'm in a full battle.
You know, I went into a bit of a mosh pit with a couple guys after the W in the concourse. We were just hopping around, me and a bunch of guys. I had to exit
And
the
then-
mosh pit when there was when a giant fight broke out at the right end.
In my house, for example, it's like, yo, we have a cat, like you didn't vacuum. Like I'm gonna sneeze extra loud.
So LaMelo Ball 20.
Okay, I'm going with Chris Paul. I'm going with Chris, but that's okay.
I'm going with
okay.
Pascal over LaMelo Ball. I might go with all 5. I'm gonna go on a limb. They're probably all close to the shape of their life.
Yeah,
Probably most of them.
I have a big I bite it.
I'm a biter, and it's
Are ya?
I'm just gonna have to wake up and pop a Vive and just try and grind the game out.
Where are we going with 2 minutes?
Where is he landing?
Where are you landing? I wasn't.
Missed the convention.
Missed the convention. Was doing non-weed stuff, but he was there promoting some type of kush. So,
on the last show, Alex said he was gonna bring us all Slurpees, and then he said, "Oh, my bad, I'll bring them next time," and that didn't happen.
you're gonna
Not
bring that
to,
up now.
Yeah.
Really? How awesome would the grind be then? Living like paycheck to paycheck.
Like, starts giving you the rerouting, and you're just like, no, I didn't mess this up. There's no way.
And then it's 9 minutes, 16 minutes. Well, they do tell that story because you can't tell that story without saying the reason he got punched.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
because you know I got over and eliminate your team in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
So, like,
Did the
please
greatest.
make the video and send me it.
While I'm putting them on, I'm thinking of like, how am I gonna tell them? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Thinking of all the ways.
yeah. I kind of did the like act surprised, as in like, oh no, they're not here. Even though for the past like 3 minutes, I need. do.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
You never did that gym class?
The more you know.
Mission Impossible Day, where you do the obstacle course, and they're playing that song on repeat for like 50 minutes.
Guys, Phil didn't make the
I
connection.
never made the connection. It was to do with the movies. I didn't even know there was movies until the last movie, and then I went to the
What do you
last
think
movie.
Mission Impossible was? Like an idea?
Yeah, I thought it was like a name for
Like
a
a
game,
theory.
like tag.
Like the school who came up with it.
No,
Just let 'em
80,
have this, let 'em have
20 Leafs
80-20.
to Flames. And then it's
But what's that Vikings ratio?
90-10.
Did you make an Instagram caption called Luca Magic?
I did.
The people want to know.
I
That's
did, but
facts.
At the same time, you know, we see magicians get exposed.
Raw line.
Okay,
Don't
so-
cry because it ended.
It's over.
Oh, it's over.
Cry
because it happened.
You have to be.
It was walk through fire.
No, dude, just do the hook, dude. Do the hook. Why are you starting on verse 2?
But anyway, here's his stats. 41 grandchildren. 18.
Honestly, Spruce Meadow, I think it's the second best stadium in the CPL, man.
Mekhi Becton was hurt at practice on Monday, and then Robert Saleh came out after the practice and he said, quote, doesn't seem like a big deal. And then on Tuesday morning, he's out for the entire season because he fractured his kneecap.
Like, I really try not to complain, but it was pretty hot.
Orlando
It's gonna be like the
Magic.
Joker, dude. The Joker from The Dark Knight, where he's just hijacks like the news. Everyone's
Yeah. He's like, I've got a knife to Genie Bus's throat right now, and if the Magic don't give me the 29th pick, you don't want to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Cavalry FC plays tonight when you're listening to this.
Go.
Nice.
Alberta Knights.
Can we get actually an update? Alberta Knights. Over under.
Oh, we're about to
is-
see that. Hold on. The Tennessee punter's about to punt.
Well, if we talk
31
about
yards
the-
out of bounds. by Jordan Stout.
If Goof does nice this season, that'd be great. If he doesn't, I'm gonna see you at draft.
Adam's been spitting facts.
Yeah, is that about a good
Lions
show?
are kind of bad. He said that. That was a fact.
Cowboys are the most valuable franchise.
Yeah,
Can
and
I get
Cowboys
that?
are the most valuable. And it's 11 p.m. right now.
I don't know how much I want to explain here. I just
No.
No,
I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't
please
like.
don't.
It's just a podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
He comes up, nice big bottle of Gatorade.
I love cheese.
Yeah, they're like, no, I know. And then someone blurts it out, and then you're like, oh, yeah, totally. I remember.
Should I be changing that? Should I listen to that?
No, it's bang average, mate. Like, but like the one with Doja Cat's all right.
And I was getting more and more surprised because it almost felt like he made the album for me. Because he was, I swear to God, like, there's a difference between making like classic, like boiler room music.
Okay.
Like underground, there's like 40 people.
A snow cone is literally
No,
just a
it's not.
Slurpee in
It's
a cone.
not. It's not. So Slurpee's like it's the flavor's already in it.
Yeah, snow cone. You don't get the flavor.
Too early to, like, it's so fresh. Like, I'm just full of fury and anger that I can't think about.
Columbus,
People
Ohio.
are actually insane. I read a tweet. Some guy's like, well, he doesn't have to deal with customs. Holy are you kidding me?
All you see is like a couple colors, and he's covering one eye, and he's like, "I'm not kidding." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, I saw red pavement. Yep, we're in Afghanistan." Like what?
How funny would it be if Joe Burrow played a game with the cart?
That'd be so
Oh,
funny. Taking snaps. Yo, then he puts it in reverse. Take the snap.
Quote, "You being lit!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
That literally sounds like something. You know how they have the 2K phone with like the text?
For everybody listening, I did prepare some Jack Campbell versus Mike Smith stats. He looked like the beer league goalie I'm going to snipe on tonight.
My loser, I got one today, and it's concussions, because boy did McVay freaking get one today.
I just had one winner here, but it's Jokic.
I used to swim, and he was like, "I'm gonna give you a Michael Phelps cut." And this was like early, like 2009, 2010. And Michael Phelps had a buzz cut. He's like, "Dude, it'll make you way faster." I'm like, "All right, like whatever you say." So
Yeah, like, oh, Tua, like you've only thrown up twice this week. What's going on?
Yeah.
You're letting your team down.
I like Brad Pitt quite a bit. I'm a Brad Pitt guy. People know that about me.
Scheduling Alex here.
They share the
They share the stadium and they're playing each other.
You thought the Chargers were getting their own?
No, Chargers break ground on 14-acre headquarters. Oh,
I'm like, you guys are idiots. You're drafting tight ends. I can get Cole Kmet in round 12. Like, why are you drafting Travis Kelce?
I don't know if it's just my phone, but the timer feature and the alarm feature, like, I don't know if they work the same.
My team, Serbia FC, and they win on pens.
Let's
They win
go.
on pens. We're staying in
Let's
Div
go.
3.
Yeah.
We're staying in Div 3. Let's go. We get an email 1 week later. I apologize. You guys were getting relegated either way. You weren't even
No.
supposed to play this game.
No.
He seems like a huge, like, I went to Costa Rica and it changed my life in high school type of guy.
Like, I don't know. I still feel confident. Like, something about Arrowhead.
Edmonton won the series 4-1. It was crushing for me personally. The shower railing in my bathroom got broken off the wall. There were a couple door hinges in my bedroom door that got smashed off the wall.
Adam's always like very surprised when Phil calls on him. Like it doesn't even have to be this. Like for picks, he'll be like, "Okay, like Chiefs, Chargers, Adam, what do you like?" Me
First again.
Me what?
There's more in the world of esports this week, but
Oh, it's okay. We can save that for next week.
Khalil Herbert looks pretty good. Fantasy owner, not to brag.
There isn't really a full conclusion, but I think the
good,
writings,
good.
unfortunately, it's an ongoing story.
What do you mean change my hat? Like, aren't we going to the game?
I'm going to watch football. I'm going to game. I cheer.
They're like, dude, you want to go to Greece? He's like, no, bro.
There's an
Opa at Chinook Mall. It's absolutely banging.
Well, I
Frisky
want you to keep
poverty.
talking a little bit about the game.
Like, I didn't watch the game.
Oh.
Is the problem? Like,
Unbelievable segment.
Carr, 1 interception, not great, threw for 101 yards. I don't know. I'm just gonna read this out.
I think he was just talking about Montgomery, but like the
No
N
way.
and the G.
First off, I gotta say, I'm not German. Proud Serbian man.
Small part of me wants to believe that Tom Brady's going to go put on a show, last hurrah in Europe.
I wouldn't bet against the Chargers. They find a way to win. They like Drew Tranquil, Kenneth Murray back on defense.
I did pull some stats as to why I like the Niners so much, and I was going to hit her with them and just fluster her and be like, But then when she started going about the Chargers.
I like Joe Burrow personally.
Oh, no.
I'm a fan of Joe
He's
Burrow.
so cool.
I was thinking about this in the shower actually like 10 minutes ago, but 20 minutes ago.
And then he'll have like a cool quote. It'll be like, "We're like the scariest people out
Yeah.
there." Dropping bars.
Joe, dude, holy
Free one gonna.
And Alex said to me today, I'm done with Red Zone. I'm just watching Raiders Texans. So
That was so funny.
at EA Madden NFL, when I get a pick, why can't I choose to take the gang to the end zone with me? Shrug emoji, smiling emoji. Raw, LeBron, raw.
I don't care what his stats are. Tim Meza sucks. This is like the classic, like
No.
this is the classic.
No.
This is classic.
Yeah, it is.
This is
Yeah, it
Owen
is.
knows what I'm talking about. This is the
Yeah.
classic. We should have drafted Mac Jones game.
Yeah, this is like the classic Jeff Saturday grind it out win.
Classic, like Belichick against a QB that doesn't really know how to throw the ball.
Man, I'm kind of torn on this one, but I think the Cowboys are gonna have their way with the Niners, with the Rams, because
I'll go Packers beat the Colts in the Super Bowl.
This is the 8th year in a row Adams selected the Packers to win the Super Bowl. He was crying the night the Leafs lost Game 7, but the next night videos surfaced of him on the Red Mile celebrating, which I don't know how that adds up.
from what you're painting this big picture as if you went to the game and somehow a jersey ended up on your body because you got drunk.
You want to see him succeed, but not more than the Flames or the Maple Leafs.
Well, if they're both out, then I'd be
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
No.
Oh, no.
If
Jeff's going to be at Rogers Place in the finals next year, cheering it on with his orange pom-pom.
So everybody grabs a partner, and the ones that can't find a partner come to me. I'll assign you to one. Has to be guy girl. And then we're doing Cadillac Ranch.
It's like when they give you a 0.5 out of 2.
Yes.
It's like you were getting there.
You were getting
Like,
there.
If you thought a little bit more about it, you would have gotten the full mark.
Yeah.
Are you big Subway people?
Used to be.
Bad experience.
Like, I don't know.
What'd you have in the L's this week, Alex?
I had some random family. I'm not really sure, like, what their name is, where they're from.
I think my favorite stat is your kicker did the kickoff and didn't enter the field.
And then he
for the
went
rest of
home.
the game.
Yeah.
Going
What
for
about Kittle though? Kittle was right there too.
Yeah, but he's dressed like a goof. That guy is a huge loser.
And they're going spike. And Nate Hacker runs down the side. Timeout. Like, what?
They averaged like 2.7 inches per play for the second half.
I think they have bigger statement wins.
Who's they?
And shout out to Owen's mom. She makes the best French toast. I've been.
It's not French toast. Called a German pancake is what she calls it.
Well, she told us it was French toast.
Okay, let's move the Raiders out. 2 pretty decent wins, right? Like, pretty impressive win in Seattle. OT banger in Denver.
Yep. Like, shout out Alphonso Davies, like 22 years old. It's fitting. Like, if I had to handpick someone to score the first ever Canada World Cup goal, it would be you.
And if he had to handpick someone, he would also pick himself.
He would also pick himself, I'm sure.
Do you think Adam's going to have kids in 4 years?
No.
Okay.
Golly, what a question.
Do you want to know the price? I know the price.
I want to know.
What's the price?
It's 75 USD.
Oh, that's nothing. Come on.
Denzel Mims can take the top off. I've seen him catch a couple deep balls.
He also took the top off on a trade request this week.
Random thought. Remember tasing, like in grades like 4 and 5, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Owen says I remember it in grade 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, Owen was a taser then. Really?
Oh, he's been.
Dude, it's so fun. I used
It
to
is
tase all the
so
time.
fun tasing. just little food for thought.
Kind of a boomer bust because Zach Wilson, he could either win you 3 games or he could, I think, win you like 8 games because he's still gonna make the same throws. It's just, is it gonna hit the receiver or is it gonna hit the DB? You know?
Boomer bust 3 to 8.